Proceed.
What are you doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
The characters Normal Boots and Hidden Block are inspired by
God.
persons of real life. Normal Boots and Hidden Block YouTubers created their permission. Despite the characters are original fan-made creation, heavily fictionalized, nothing contained herein should be considered a reflection of actual people behind Normal Boots and Hidden Block or any act to express. Here you go, Alex. I'm not going to tell you anything. Just observe.
Asagao Academy. I'm the perfect outsider.
Just watch.
It's just like my high school. Hannah.
It's pronounced Hana.
Hana. She the main character?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she has her friend? Oh my god.
I could have made it with Here, take my hand, don't let go.
The jock.
Don't forget,
the
always
guy
help
who
you when you
sleeps.
need me.
The British one.
The model.
The model. The bookish one.
The group.
The clique. And my. The hot one. Oh my god. Guys, this is you know I'm not in normal boots, right, guys?
Yes. Well, once this is over, we'll explain what this is.
Oh my god.
Alex knows nothing about this game, you guys. I have purposely kept him out of the loop.
I've been trying to, like, not learn anything about it at all. Was Jirard just dressed like a Sith Lord? Perfect logo.
Asagao Academy.
Top marks, dating sim intro. Oh, what have I got myself into? What have I got myself into? Guys, welcome to Super Date Jirard Bros.
So guys, Asagao Academy, to give you some background, this is a dating simulator. It was kickstarted, crowdfunded.
It's available completely for free.
For free. You can download this right now. This was created by Kara and Danny, who are two great, lovely ladies who really put their heart and soul into this game. Hours of research, coding, art. This game, I don't play dating sims, and I cried the whole time. In every route, there was just something so good. So I'm doing a completionist episode on this video. I don't know if this will be out. This might actually already debut before or after the video. Maybe even the same day as the completionist video. So I thought, first off, Chris, show the Dan Jones thumbnail. This thumbnail right here.
There's a new kid in school.
There's a new kid in school, and his name is Alex Faciane.
Yeah.
So for this playthrough, I am not going to be playing because I've already played the game. And Alex Faciane here, he's the new guy.
I'm going to land the big fish, you guys.
He's going to land the big fish.
I'm going to go for the big fish right off the bat.
So this playthrough, fun fact, on YouTube, my playthrough is the least amount of played playthrough. No one's really played my route publicly. And not that I'm ashamed, just I get it. ProJared's great. I love Jirard.
Who wouldn't want to fuck Jirard?
Right, exactly. So, Alex.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready to date me? Do you think you can handle me?
Do you realize that this is...
Can you handle me?
Yeah, okay, you know that this is... You realize that I'm sitting here...
Yeah.
With my friend...
Yeah.
Who is helping me date himself.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's like you're wingmanning me to fuck you.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you anything.
All right, chapter 1. Let's just jump in. Fuck it.
These are gonna be several beard bros in the movies, guys.
This is gonna be several. This is gonna be several smug Jirards. The train made its way along the gentle curve of the coast of Japan, whisking me farther and farther from home. Do I have to click something?
Click just anywhere.
Across from me sat a boy, face half buried in a newspaper. He was deeply entranced in whatever article he was reading and hadn't spoken a single word to me, even when I asked if I could join him in the last compartment with any available space. He shrugged, nodded, and adjusted his newspaper without ever making eye contact. It had been almost an hour. In fact, he hadn't once looked at me. Devoid of conversation, I took instead to counting the buttons on the pretentiously lush carmine seat cushions. 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, and so forth over and over.
There's a lot of reading, Alex.
Now and again, I turned to look out the window where the trees were blurring by. Sometimes the smeared green would break and reveal the quiet blue of the Sea of Japan. Eventually, this rapidity made my stomach churn, and I went back to counting the buttons on the seat cushions. Shouts to the Hoenn region outside the window. 1, 2, 3, 21. The train compartment shuddered around us. My eyes wandered to the boy in his jacket. It wasn't the school-issued blue that I and the other students on the train were wearing. Instead, it was a green varsity-like jacket with an embroidered patch poorly sewn on the front. Oh my god.
So, you're a first year then, huh?
Look at that sparkle. He folded his newspaper neatly, sat in his lap, and looked at me with a half-interested gaze. Did he just catch me staring? Now that the paper was gone, I saw his face. He watched me through heavy-lidded eyes. His hair was immaculately groomed, his teeth straight and blindingly bright. There was something about him, the way the light hit him, that made him look like he was almost sparkling? Oh my god, is he a vampire?
No.
Me?
There is voice acting, by the way. Some voice acting.
Unmistakable. He glanced around the compartment empty beside us and laughed. Oh. No, I'm not a first year. I'm a third year. The train began to slow, metal wheels groaning against metal tracks. A sudden shift threatened to rob me of whatever was left in my stomach, but I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, willing myself to keep it together. What kind of impression would I leave, puking on a student before I even arrived at the academy? The boy frowned. I picked at the hem of my cotton skirt. It's not possible. I've never seen you before. That's not a Jirard voice. It took me a moment of mouth fishing to find a response. Almost said mouth fisting. It's because I'm a transfer student? He laughed again. You want to read?
A transfer student, huh? We don't get many of those.
I removed my acceptance letter from the front pocket of my uniform. The paper, heavyweight, off-white, had accumulated creases from my reading and rereading, as if the words might have changed since the last time I read it. The boy took it, studied it, and then handed it back to me.
I'll see you around.
Well then, Hana, I suppose I'll be seeing you around.
I'll see you around.
I'll see you around.
He smiled at me as he picked up the suitcase lying next to him. By the time I hiccuped a response, he was already gone from the compartment. I stared out into the empty hallway of the train. It was then that I realized he, having gotten it from my acceptance letter, knew my name and I never got his. Except it's ProJared.
ProJared.
It's poor Jared.
Poor Jared. ProJared.
It's poor Jared.
Poor Jared.
The train settled at the station. I filed out with the rest of the uniformed students. It was early April, and the last frost of winter had come and gone. Oh my god, setting the scene! The trees were already green, their leaves shivering and the occasional gust weaving through them. The air was mild, only a few clouds hanging in the sky. I walked along the road with a swarm of blue-jacketed bodies looking at the little groups breaking off from the crowd. This is great. Everyone was buzzing so animatedly around me. I can't believe how in-depth this is.
There's over 200,000 lines of dialogue in this game.
I held my suitcase tight in my sweaty hands. It was leather-bound and worth more than anything it contained. It wasn't far to the school, and I was, for maybe the first time in my life, thankful that what I owned didn't amount to much. My school issued black Oxford, click, click, clicked on the pavement. I walked this way over and over in my mind. So many nights I lay awake, imagining what it would be like to walk from the train station to Asagao Academy this first time. My new start. I always imagined that everything would change for me on this walk. That somehow everything would be magically different. I'm picturing the little rabbit in the Zootopia. But as I looked around, I realized nothing had changed. That like Shakira song, yeah. Chris, just give us a little taste.
No, don't show it. Put her there though.
Yeah. By the time I reached the massive gate to the academy, I forgot all about the disappointment slatching the back of my throat. The school, framed by the gate's twisting black metal, was just as beautiful as the glossy photos I saw in its pamphlets.
Yeah.
This was it. Asagao Academy. I glanced around. The swarm of students gathered around the gate. Beyond it, tiny blue people bounced around the academy's main building. A girl pressed a button to one side of the gate. The excitement in the air was almost palpable. I'm so impressed that this isn't like a porn. You know what I mean?
You thought it was going to be really porn heavy?
Not like porn.
Because most dating sims like on the internet nowadays are like busty Asian boobs chick. Yeah, I got you.
A few moments later, the black gate, with great effort, creaked outwards and cleared the pathway. As the rest of the group shifted into motion, I followed along, a sheep in the herd. My stomach tied itself into knots. The crowd split off in different directions. For a moment, I panicked. Oh my god. A tired-looking man with graying hair called out for first years, a cluster of fresh-faced students gathering around him. This is me. This is my character in the game.
You are not this old gentleman.
Look at that beard.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Tall boy.
Hey, look at that girl.
I turned. A few feet away, a small group of boys were pointing at me and snickering.
Pink hair? Are you kidding me?
Come on, bro.
How desperate can you get?
Oh, damn. Hot shame crawled down my neck. Because of my pink hair? I attached myself to a group of girls, following a few steps behind them. In the distance, cicadas hummed in the time to my shoes crunching against gravel. My hair. It wasn't my fault that my hair looked like this. Luckily, I found myself at the girls' dormitory, a large sign in the lawn reading Primrose House. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. The building dwarfed me in size and sheer intimidation. How many students did Asagao have? As I approached the building, a red-headed girl lingering nearby caught my attention. It's my cool friend. I looked away, then looked back. She was staring at me. She walked over.
Oh, you must be my roommate.
Who's the voice actress?
I don't know her name offhand, but Chris, show it on screen. Boop. You can go check her out on Facebook. Do that for both Maya and Hana, because they're girls that we do not know. They're women who auditioned for the role and got it. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Two different people.
I eyed her warily. She was smiling and bouncing in a way that suggested her views on life were akin to a perpetual bouncy castle.
What?
Me?
Bingo.
You gonna read her lines?
Of course, you silly. Let me guess. Room 325?
I thought back to the paper I received a month prior with a list of all the supplies I needed for the year and my dorm arrangements. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, sorry. I'll play everyone else. You play Hana?
Right, because it's
Great.
me.
Sure.
She laughed, but I couldn't figure out what was so funny. Was she laughing at me?
When I found out my roommate was a transfer student, I knew you were going to be the total main character. So
Yeah.
So Mai is like the fourth wall breaking character in this game.
The Deadpool,
Yeah.
if you will.
Sure.
Deadpool, will you?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry, a what?
When I saw you outside the gate, I knew it was you. I mean, look at that hair.
She's played a bunch of dating sims. I felt a lump forming in my throat. What was she talking about? She had to be making fun of me. I hadn't spent more than 5 minutes on campus and I was already being mocked. My hands began to tremble. Is there something wrong with my hair? Her face slackened from its amused smile to a more worried expression. Then she began to laugh again.
Oh, no. It's great. I'm sorry.
So this is my favorite song in the game. It's called Lazy Days.
Uh-huh.
It's I don't know if it's real, but it's like a lazy version of ProJared's theme.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Like, you're saying, like, you don't know if it's actually
I think it's based off of Jared's theme, but it's like the Life is Normal theme that plays throughout the game.
Yeah, it's like the, like, Good Times song.
By the way, the music in this game, it's so good. Like, I know that, Alex, do you ever play a dating sim before?
I've played, like, once or twice. I've played a couple, and I played, like, Persona, too. Like,
So I played one dating sim before, and it was on Dodger's charity stream at Maker
was
Studios
it
a few
Hot
years ago.
Tofu Boyfriend?
No, it was a Namco Bandai dating sim.
Uh-huh.
Which featured like Tekken characters and the Galaga ship.
Oh my
and
God.
stuff like
The
that.
Galaga
and
ship?
it was crazy. Yeah.
You dated the Galaga ship?
I was the Galaga ship, yes.
What?
So I, going into this game, had never played it before. And so a real dating sim game before.
Right.
And let me tell you, you know how you're enjoying it?
Yeah.
This is like what the whole game is. So enjoy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I figure there's, like, some, like, choosing of dialogue.
Yeah,
and-
so before we get really in depth, Alex, right click for me real quick. Click a corner.
What do you mean, like?
Like any of the numbers 1 through 12. That's how you save.
Oh, wow.
So now, in case we have to stop or anything like that, you can just press save.
Clean.
Also, if you just gently roll back on the wheel of the mouse just a little bit. Is it working?
I don't think so.
Like the roll ball? There you go.
Oh.
That's how you can fast forward time to things in case you made a mistake you were unhappy with.
No.
I see.
Yeah. So
And
you
if I
can-
want to hear you say this again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. It's
Yeah.
great. I'm
So
sorry.
it lets you relive moments back.
Great.
So that's it. Go ahead.
We're
Um, do you want me to-
Aren't we? Oh,
do-
gosh.
Do you want me to help you in terms of like mechanics to look out for?
No, I think I'll be all right. I'm just gonna play blind, and I'm just gonna try and get you in my bedroom.
Sure. Okay. Just a heads up. You see the right-hand corner right there?
This?
Yeah. That's your diary. You can click that, and you can learn more fun things about what's going on.
Today's the day I finally go to Asagao Academy. I couldn't sleep at all last night. When Dad dropped me off at the train station, he held my hand and stroked my hair. You look like your mother did, he said, but he didn't elaborate. I miss my mom. I miss Dad. But hopefully this will be my fresh start.
Now, you don't need to read this all the time. This is just to give you insight as to what's going on with
Tournament
in her
points?
head. Tournament points are going to be key later on. That's
Okay.
how that determines your likeliness of hooking up with me. I'll give you that much.
All right. Great. Okay.
We're getting off the wrong foot, aren't we?
You must be Hana.
Mai
weird.
Sasaki, you must be Hana.
It's weird because she's like saying the lines for now.
Yeah, this happens a lot in the beginning of the game, and then it kind
Right.
of pitters off
Right.
into grunts and noises.
I bowed my head.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you, Mai.
All your school books are waiting in our room with your welcome letter, and I read the envelope. I hope you're not mad.
Mai started walking towards the dorm's front doors. I followed behind like a lost puppy.
Did you check in the front desk already?
No, I didn't. I didn't know I was supposed to.
Good. They're off to have a staff member to give you a tour of the campus, but I can show you around. We don't get many transfer students in the year 3, you know. Is that your only bag? Just the one? I'm glad I brought an extra bag of stuff to decorate our room with. I already started. Hope you don't mind. But I did wait to string the lights. I thought we could do it together, you know?
She spoke quickly, the words bubbling from her mouth, and left me no time to answer until the end of her monologue. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. She held the front door open for me, and I hurried inside. Whoa, that's a bold choice. Girls filed up and down the hallway.
What does that
greetings.
mean, bold choice?
I mean, like, pink walls is a very bold choice. Girls filed up and down the hallway. What?
I mean,
Decorating. Yeah, I
right,
mean,
but I want to point out, like, when you think of, like, gender, like, when you were having a baby,
uh-huh.
and the colors are usually what?
Pink and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Okay, what color's my iPhone?
Oh, God, pink.
What color are, like, the pants that I wear most of the time?
Pink.
What color is my favorite color?
Pink.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
go ahead.
Girls filed up and down the hallway, howling greetings and exchanging vague niceties that were, more often than not, how was your break? And look how tan you got!
Ah,
Look how tan you got!
look how tan you got.
It seemed like everyone knew each other. I followed Mai as she led me through the maze of students and up 2 flights of stairs. Each dorm floor looked the same as the last. Narrow white doors lining both sides of the pale pink walls. That is pale. That's like almost hot pink. Thin gold numbers were tacked to the front of each, the numbers rising as we climbed.
You're not missing anything with the campus tour, I promise. It's just Tomo does them every year, and he's like totally dull. He just drags you around the entire campus and talks in that weird squeaky voice of his. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
I smiled, trying to let this calm my nerves. Thanks. We headed down a hallway on the 3rd floor. Mai stopped us in front of a door numbered 325.
Here we are.
Alvinstein. Tortured Souls. The only My Guitar.
Understands me world tour.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. A faint smell of potpourri wafted through the room. The walls, like the hallway, were a soft, powdery pink. Dude, I would be... Look at this. I'd be down.
Those are books, I think, not 360s.
Looks like she has like a Wii and 2 360s. Mai already defaced them with a tapestry of posters, magazine cutouts, and photographs. Some of the photos were of cats, but most were of male models and rugged musicians. These guys. A bunk bed, 2 writing desks with wooden chairs, a small dresser, and a mirrored vanity, all clearly provided by the school, were the only pieces of furniture in the tiny room. The top bunk was already covered in neatly tucked blankets and throw pillows of clashing patterns and colors. The bottom bunk had a single stiff-looking pillow and a thin cotton blanket that I didn't need to touch to know it's horribly itchy. I must have grimaced because Mai quickly smiled at me.
I brought way too many pillows and blankets. I always overpack. I went to Italy over break, and Mom got really mad at me because I brought 5 bags. We were only there for a week.
She laughed, pulled several blankets and pillows from her bunk, and rearranged them neatly on mine. A sudden twinge of guilt and embarrassment hit me.
Perfection.
There, that's much better.
Man. Thanks, Mai. Look how nice she is. These guys are going to be great friends. I placed my suitcase on the bottom bunk and began to unpack its contents. Several changes of clothing, pens and pencils, empty notebooks, a few photographs of my father, a dilapidated stuffed rabbit, an old portable radio, and a small black box. Maya opened the curtains and the sunlight poured in.
So, where are you from?
I slid the now empty suitcase under the bottom bunk. About 2 hours north of here is a small town called Amaririsu. You probably haven't heard of it.
Close enough.
I set the stuffed rabbit, Mr. Bunny, on my bed beside a purple and teal throw pillow.
Don't touch the bunny.
Don't touch the burn.
Oh, did you go to a different boarding school, or...?
No, I went to a public school down the street from my house.
Public school?
It's gonna be one of those things, is it?
What was that like? Were the students mean? Did you have lots of friends? I always went to private schools. My parents work a lot, and my dad goes overseas, so I think they stuck me here for convenience. Oh, hey, what's that?
I'd removed an ornately patterned origami crane from the black box and was setting it on the unclaimed writing desk. Oh, this? My mother made it for me a long time ago. I set it beside a stack of thick textbooks, which I assumed were provided for me.
Wow, it's so pretty. I've never seen paper like that before. Oh yeah, the lights. Let me get them.
Maya went to her own desk, opened the drawer, and pulled out a long, tangled string of fairy lights.
I thought these would look nice. Here, help me string them up.
She grabbed a container of pushpins, then pulled her wooden desk chair out and over to one wall. I did the same with my own. Together, we pinned the lights around the perimeter of the room.
How was the train ride over? Did you meet anyone?
No, not really, except for ProJared. He was kind of a douche. I was in a compartment with some guy and...
Oh, some guy, huh? Was he cute?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. He was really sparkly. I didn't even get his name.
Hey, Kara, if you're watching this, consider this entire Let's Play a voiceover audition for my pack. So, you know, if you want a voiceover pack for an update, you might as well just use all these audio tracks I'm giving you right now.
Mai seemed disappointed for a moment, then perked back up.
You'll have to point him out to me if you see him again.
Oh, okay. Once we finished stringing the lights, Mai climbed down from her chair and brushed her hands together triumphantly.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah!
Okay, now it's time for lunch. The food here is pretty good. There's a ramen place down the street from campus that's like totally out of this world, but the school only lets us leave campus on the weekends.
Mai walked to the window.
We could go today because it's a Sunday and it's pretty nice out, but I guess you might want to go to the caf since you just got here. We could...
She was suddenly interrupted by her own enthusiastic laughter.
Oh my gosh, Mimi Santos totally just tripped outside and fell on her face, and I saw it. Oh, does that mean to laugh? Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh well. Anyways, let's go eat. I'm totally starved.
She led me out of the room before I even had the chance to respond. The cafeteria was buzzing with students excited for the new year. The only people as nervous looking as I felt were the tables of skittish, wide-eyed first years. I stepped into the line behind Mai, taking an empty plastic tray. We shuffled through, asking for helpings from the sulky cafeteria workers when we passed something that looked good. With full trays, Mai led me straight to a table in the back where a few students were already sitting. Mai sat down and I took a seat across from her.
Hi, Mai. How was your break? It was good. I went to Italy and Spain. Dad fell off a jet ski and broke his ankle.
A ski jet.
Ski jet?
What is a ski? Is that the... whatever.
Jet ski, ski jet. It's better now, though. Oh. Well, that's nice.
I expected to be introduced, but the girl turned back to her group of friends, and Mai turned back to me. She began to assault her food with a fork and tell me in a practically minute-by-minute account about her fleeting romance last summer with a boy she met on the beach that didn't go further than a few salty kisses. I sat back and let Mai talk. For the first time since arriving on campus, I felt like I was able to finally breathe. I picked up my Brussels sprouts and studied Mai as she spoke. The more she talked, the more I began to notice small details about her. She had a high songbird voice.
What?
She was dynamic, her face twisting this way and that into exaggerated expressions as she spoke. She laughed often. She imitated people in wildly unflattering voices, seemingly unrelated to her actual opinion.
I love how she's reacting to how you're talking about her.
Yeah, but most notably, she talked a lot. I didn't find this particularly annoying as it filled the silence and she hardly ever asked questions that required my full attention. Just as Mai was rounding off a shockingly detailed account of the time she accidentally walked in on her friend's older brother in the act of changing, a flash of familiar green caught my eye. I glanced over. Hey, that's him.
Huh? Who?
I leaned across the table to whisper just in case he could hear me through the ambient chatter of the lunchroom. The boy from the train, that's him.
What?
Jirard?
Yeah, with the weird green jacket and swoopy hair. He just picked up his tray and was walking past us when something seemed to catch his eye.
Oh, you.
I looked up at him, suddenly realizing he was talking to me.
Hana, I met you on the train. How are things settling down for you?
Really well, I found my roommate and she's been helping me out. I gestured to Maya, who was thunderstruck. In fact, looking around, everyone was. People stopped eating to turn and stare at Jirard and me. My shoulders bunched around my neck.
Well, if you ever need any help, I'll be around. 3rd year, right?
I nodded.
Some of my friends are in that year. Of course, they can't compare to me, but I'll give them a heads up to look out for you.
He flashed a dazzling smile, then winked.
It's the least I can do for such a cute girl.
Damn.
Well, I'll see you around.
I watched, a torrent of thoughts raging through my head as he took a seat next to a bunch of guys who were all wearing the same jacket.
That's Jirard!
She tore her eyes away from him and looked at me.
He's so cute.
He's the most beautiful guy in school.
Oh, Jirard.
I can't believe he just looked at me.
I looked at Mai. Her cheeks were glowing an indecent pink. Why do they all wear those jackets? Aren't all the guys supposed to wear blue blazers as part of their uniform?
No, they're allowed to. They're... You know Jirard?
That girl turned back around and was looking at me with sudden interest. Did I know him? I only talked to him on the train for a few minutes, and not really. We weren't friends or anything. But looking around, Maya and this girl weren't the only ones who were interested. Everybody seemed to be listening in. They seemed so surprised when he talked to me. Maybe a little white lie couldn't hurt?
So you have an option, I guess so, or not really. Now, let me just preface this, Alex, because I wish I knew this when I started. You're in Chapter 1 right now. So in Chapter 1, you're basically going to branch off and set up the route for the rest of the game. So these decisions right here aren't the most important. They will just set up what's going to happen in Chapter 2, based on who you talk to and what you say. So earnestly think about Hana and what's been going on. She's nervous. She's scared.
Right.
She doesn't really know anyone. And now Mimi Santos is like, oh my God, you know Jirard? And Mai's kind of in shock still. So
I'm going to say no.
you're going to say you don't really know, you're going to be honest and say you don't really know him?
You know what? Mai is like the one who's like in the social circle already.
Sure.
But Hana, this is me, man. This is my character. I gotta play it. I gotta play it straight. I gotta play it
Bam,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, the straight boy in here.
Straight boy. Hashtag straight boy.
Not that kind of straight boy, but straight boy. Oh.
She looked me up and down, sniffed, and turned away.
Yo, on the real, Mimi Santos is my least favorite character in the game because she's good at being the character that she is.
She's like that girl. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say anything.
She's
yet.
like Mean Girls.
She is.
I mean, like, that's the vibe I get.
I was picturing that girlfriend character from Until Dawn, who you can like shoot in the face if you want on accident.
Oh, yes, kind of. I get you.
The guy that we let die, his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mai leaned towards me.
Don't mind Mimi. She was just trying to get in with you.
Get in with me? Why?
Well, you asked me about those guys in their jackets, right? Those are the Normal Boots Club jackets. You just forgot this was a dating sim about us, huh?
They're what? What's Normal Boots Club? Fucking Jirard.
It's the club we have at school here. It's like totally exclusive and full of only the coolest students. You hear that, Dad? I'm one of the cool students, Dad. What's up, Dad?
At Asagao Academy.
Sorry, Dad. I know you're not watching. I know. It's just I got really hyped. They get together and play video games. Or something.
Shouts to Austin with the like retro console.
Hell yeah, that Game Boy.
Who's Satchel looking at? Question of the day.
Question of the day. Who is Satchel looking at?
Yeah.
Take that one right there. That's John, known as JonTron. His bird name is Jacques.
That's not the only person I know named Jacques.
My brother's name is also
Shout outs
Jacques.
to Jacques' little Normal Boots Club jacket.
Yeah. Chris, show a picture of my brother Jacques.
Show a picture of Jacques Cousteau and show a picture of JonTron's bird Jacques.
And then show a picture of my... Can't tell the difference.
Can't tell the difference.
Can't tell the difference. John is also the president of the drama club here at school.
That chest hair. All right.
Next to him is PBG.
PBG.
He and John founded the Normal Boots Club together. PBG is one of the best soccer players on our team.
PBG.
Yeah. And then there's Jirard. People call him the Completionist because he's obsessed with completing things. He has the biggest itty-bitty kitty collection I've ever seen.
The Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Itty-bitty kitty collection. Don't mess that up, Alex.
Itty Bitty Kitty Collection?
Yes.
No problem.
Next to him is Jirard, also known as ProJared. He's a model. Then there's Satchbag, but everyone calls him Satch. He's like crazy smart.
This is great.
These guys over here are Paul, Nick, and Josh. They write a column in a school newspaper called Continue.
We never refer to them separately.
Paul, the one standing up, is the student council president. And the guy on the end there is Shane. He knows more about video games than anyone. For those of you guys who don't know, if you watched any episode of Did You Know Gaming, Shane is the mastermind behind Did You Know Gaming.
Yeah.
So, like, I love this game because I feel like it's the one and
It's
only...
like Shane's debut.
Yeah, it's like Shane's physical debut as a person. Like, no one knows what Shane looks like, so it's so fun.
He looks exactly like this.
Exactly like this.
Exactly
Shane,
like
if
this.
you're watching, you're so beautiful.
You're a good-looking man, Shane.
You're a good-looking man, Shane.
She exhaled a dreamy sigh into her mashed potatoes. So, how would someone, join the Normal Boots Club?
You don't choose the boots, Hana. The boots choose you.
Ugh, I don't want to be part of the Normal Boots Club.
Boots choose you, baby.
I'm going to keep my red jacket.
Super Beer Bros Club?
Yeah, I'm the only one in the club.
I mean, to be fair, if that's the case, then I should have one that sucks.
A purple jacket?
I was going to say a blue one for that one Video Gamer Club, but, like, I'd be the only one in it.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to wear your Super Beer Bros jacket.
Yeah, you and Bunny Hop.
Me, Bunny Hop, maybe Jordan if he's down.
Yeah.
But it'll be, like, really hard to get everyone together.
What does that even mean?
Satchel technically has to have a jacket.
Yeah.
You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club, and they're, like, super selective.
What are the boots?
The club has this boots statue. It's like one of their patches, but it's gold-plated. It's their mascot, I guess. They do this weird initiation ritual with it. I can confirm that's not a real thing, by the way.
Keep the dream alive. Yes, it is. Ritual?
I hear they fill a room with candles and wear these totally creepy robes during initiation. This year 2 girl said she once saw it, and they were all like chanting around the boots, and it sounded like they were talking backwards.
Did that year 2 girl eventually team up with Tom Hanks to solve the Da Vinci Code?
Whoa. Are you saying that Asagao Academy is the prequel to the Da Vinci Code?
Dude, check it out. Inferno this December.
It's canon, you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't believe her. And even if it's true, I don't care if they're a cult because they're all really hot. You see that, Dad? I'm a beautiful boy, Dad. What's up, Dad? Sorry.
Dude, Mai does not have good judgment if she's like, I don't care if it's a cult. They're hot.
Yo.
Do they have a lot of friends?
Yeah, tons of friends. I'd say that they're the most popular kids in school. I mean, everyone in school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in school they wanted to. Or boy, for that matter. Hey, are you going to eat your cake?
I shook my head and pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. For the remainder of lunch, I listened to Mai talk about Jirard through mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school left out for me. My radio is playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with strikingly poor posture.
Hey.
Hey, Mai?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't bother to look up. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover.
Yeah, this one.
I sighed. I don't have that one. The school must have missed it. Mai shrugged and set the textbook back in her pile.
They have a bunch at the library. You can just check one out.
Where's the library? Mai riffled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Oh. Okay, well, I'll be back in a little bit. Do you want to call it here? It's a nice little stopping point.
No, we'll go a little longer. We're gonna go to like 45 on these videos just because at least in the first few chapters,
to get the game
because
started a little bit.
They're really this isn't a very long game, but
this is the one where you learn about Hana, so we have to like take it a little slow.
Yeah, you have to kind of take it slow. We'll keep going.
Sure.
I know the game inside and out, so I'll let you know when a good stopping point is.
It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realized I was holding the map upside down, the sun was setting. The library was much larger than I expected. The walls lined from floor to ceiling with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed for the front desk. A recognizably green and gray jacket was bent behind the counter. Normal boots. I briefly considered running away.
Can I help you?
Too late. Yeah. The school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here.
Which one is it?
The History 309 textbook. He stepped from behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. He seemed friendly enough. I should say something. What was his name again? Shane? Jirard? John? No, not John. Satch.
Huh?
Oh, you work here? Ugh, of course you worked here. He chuckled, dimples appearing in his cheeks. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them.
His eyes twinkled like a kid's on Christmas.
Your book's right down here.
He stopped at a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with the powder-wigged man I saw earlier. Thanks. He waved his hand.
It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else?
I wanted to make a good impression on the Normal Boots Club, but I couldn't come up with anything. No. Thanks.
Copacetic.
I didn't know that he said that in this game.
Yeah. You're welcome.
As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. I agree. Can confirm. I resisted the urge to snuggle up to him. We neared the front desk, stepping around a clump of studying students. As we passed, one of them shifted. Something white flew past my face. A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. The students snickered, and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them, but came up with nothing. My hand started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Why did you do that?
What do you mean?
Oh my god, I hate the sporty boy.
We're just messing around.
A posh boy is not much better.
Are you suggesting we did it on purpose, bro?
I faltered. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around no matter how straightforward I was. No, sorry. One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were... A gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. Satch examined the paper closely.
I see what the problem is. Your aim would be better if you cut the corners before you folded it.
He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe.
Be careful, though. You almost hit her, and that would have been awful.
My hands began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but...
Oh, geez, we're so sorry, Satch. We'll be careful next time.
Sorry, Satch.
Sorry, Satch.
Oh, sorry,
dude.
Satch.
So sorry, dude. Yes, it was an accident.
Yes, it was an accident. I was in the Spice Girls. They apologized?
Thanks. I appreciate it.
He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Don't tell me they stopped because of him? Simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side.
What books do you like to read?
Oh, fiction? He chuckled.
I just finished a good book. I think it'd be right up your alley if you don't mind me saying so.
He reached under the counter, pulled out a thick green book, and passed it to me. A man in black stood on the front, hugging a woman in royal robes.
It's long, but it's one of my favorites. The Princess Betrothed. I know things can be tough transferring to a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second.
Tears stung my eyes, so I ducked my head. Satch! Thank you, Satch. For more than just the books.
You're welcome.
You're...
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I got your name.
My name is
My name is Hana Mizuno. I'm a transfer student.
Hana. Well, it's nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book.
Just kidding, my name's Alex. I'm a boy!
Woo!
Super Beer Bro School. Pranks.
Pranks.
I'm from the school that sneaks into your school and dips your hand in water while you're sleeping.
Nah, dude, you're dude.
What?
I don't want to ruin it for you.
Uh-huh.
But there is a reference. There's several references to Big Bad Bosses in this.
Great.
But we probably won't find them on this playthrough. So.
It's your line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, it's nice to. Oh, I already said that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I will.
That couldn't have gone better.
Not only was Satch impossibly kind, but being around him felt easy, refreshing. Like being doused in the mist of a waterfall. Oh God, what was I thinking? My cheeks hot, I left the library, two surprisingly heavy books under one arm. I settled into bed, eager to get started with my new reading material, but Maya was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly into the pages of a notebook. Every few minutes, she released a long, drawn-out sigh as the lead of her pencil whined against the paper. I lowered my book and took the bait. Oh my God, these pajamas. Is something wrong, Mai? Damn, Mai looking good. She let out another dreary sigh.
I hope Jirard notices me this year.
Does Jirard know you like him? Mai whirled around in feigned shock.
I don't like Jirard.
Oh. I closed my book and set it aside, deciding to play along. Well, have you at least tried talking to him?
No. I mean, I have before.
Why don't you try again? She bobbed her head from side to side, considering this like it never crossed her mind before.
Yeah, maybe I could do that.
Satisfied, I picked my book back up.
Have you ever had a boyfriend, Hana?
What?
Huh? Me? No, never.
Really? Never?
Never.
I bet you 10,000 yen that you meet a totally cute boy here and fall in love by the end of the school year.
You're crazy. I buried my face in my book, barring Mai from any further discussion. Fall in love by the end of the year? Me? If I were a betting kind of girl, I'd take that bet. I woke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat.
This is a great place to stop.
Okay, great.
So, next time on Beer Bros, the first day of school.
I'm just going to save over this, yeah?
Go for it.
Dude, what a great save system.
Yeah. So, before we wrap things up, I know you guys aren't used to this kind of game, but it's going to be fun and exciting. I'm really excited. This has been real fun so far.
I'm going to fuck you, Jirard.
Later, man. So, I mean, I thought it was a hilarious place to end it. Later, man.